There's so many holiday parties coming up, and there's lots of head-turning looks that we're going to discuss. Today is happy hour, so it's something more casual. She's, meeting up with some friends. She might be going to dinner later. So what type of look do you wear for holiday happy hour?
So the way I set Brooke's hair is I used a wand curling iron. I'm not sure if you actually have tried using this on your hair. It's very simple. There's no clip. All you need is just this, just your hand. What I like to do is I take the section of the hair, and I like them to be actually longer than wider. Makes a whole lot of difference, okay? Take the section, give it barely a twist forward, and then you place the curling iron behind it, and you just twist it back.
So you're wrapping away from your head.
You're wrapping away from your face. So you're always going to wrap opposite of the twist, okay? So once you're already curled, what I like to do is I like to set it with a little bit of a pin curl.
And so why do you do that?
Once the hair is still hot, it has actually the ability to still relax or move and to change shape. So I like to pin them in and let the hair cool and then set the curl that way.
And so how long does she need to wear her pin curls?
As long as the hair is cooled down, she's fine.
Okay.
So we've taken all of her curls out. I'm going to create a parting that's just veiling her face. This will go right to the top of her ear.
So it's kind of as if you're putting a headband in. This is your invisible headband.
This is your faux headband. Yep. I'm going to just clip that out of the way for now, and I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Now that we have this whole top piece ready, I'm going to pick it up just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. There's all of this hair that's placed right on top of her head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split it again into two halves. I'm going to draw another line. I'm going with my tail comb. I'm going to draw another line going up. Separate that out.
Okay, so this time you're splitting in half, going over the head and behind the head.
Yes.
Okay.
Make that a little wider. I'm going to clip that again. We'll come back to that later. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side.
Okay.
Now that we've separated and split the headband part, we're going to create a French braid that starts from the ear and goes to the other side of the ear.
Okay, so just all across the head.
All across the head. What I like to use is Super Shine. It is high gloss, but has a little bit of a gel consistency like. So I'm going to just rub it all over my hands. It disappears on my hands, but it gives me nice grip and hold on the hair. I started out with a little bit of diagonal parting right there, just so it helps me to tuck away and gives me a nice curvature of the flow of the head. I'm going to split that into three.
The way you do small strands.
Very small strands. You're going to start out with small strands because there's not a lot of hair behind the ear. So we have three sections. Doesn't matter which side you start with. What you're going to do is you're going to grab the one from the outside and cross it over to the center and switch the two sides. You're going to repeat the same thing but opposite for the other side. Take the outside one and put it in the center. Now you're going to repeat that again, but this time what you're going to do is pick up a little bit of hair and add to the piece that you just crossed over the center. The hardest part about this is getting your hands used to alternating the two sides. But once you get a hold of it, you're good to go.
So it flows.
It flows.
You're kind of just layering. It's just piece by piece.
I'm just layering it. You're just alternating the two sides. Another thing you want to keep in mind is I am kind of keeping it loose and up away from the head. This is not your cornrow traditional standard braid, so I'm actually trying to keep it up and away. This way it gives it a little bit of feminine and softer look. And tighten it with an elastic. I'm using a clear elastic, this way it makes the whole thing disappear.
Easy.
There we are. First braid is done. Simple.
Very simple.
All right, we're going to release the rest of the hair.
So you just let the braid fall for the meantime?
For the meantime, just let it fall. Yep. Now, we started on this side first. Now this we're going to reverse. We're going to start on the side that we just wrapped up.
Oh, so we're
And
doing a double braid.
Double
Fancy.
braid, and we're going the opposite direction. It creates a really nice texture and the shape of the braids. One's going to one direction, the other one going to the opposite. It kind of plays with the eye a little bit more.
Yeah, add some visual interest. So we're basically doing the exact same thing we did.
Same thing as we did.
Okay, so starting small sections, adding, and then adding
Reapply a little bit of super shine to your hands just to give the hair a little bit more control, and you're good to go. Create a little bit more interest is you could just get creative with these braids, and one could be a French braid and the other could be a Dutch braid, meaning instead of going on the inside, crossing how we did, you're actually going to go on the outside of the center section. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's really fun. It's fun to pin.
Right.
Me too.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the braid up a little bit to give a little bit more of a crown effect. And I'm just going to place some bobby pins in place.
And so you use bobby pins that match the hair color?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Spin it around.
And so by lifting it up, it just adds a little height to the look?
Yes, it lifts that up. Like
Okay.
I said, we don't want that cornrow look. We actually want a little bit more softness. So all I'm doing is I'm sliding in the bobby pin internally, and that'll fasten in.
So it kind of hides in between the braid.
Exactly. Then what I like to do as well is just to connect the braids a little bit. I take one of the loops from the top braid and then one from the behind, and I just kind of interweave the bobby pin in there just so they connect to the center.
So it
Stays in shape. We're going to release the rest of the section of the hair in the back and just fluff up her curls and just separate them, create them into a fierce hairstyle.
Pretty.
I'm going to finish up with the Joico's Power Spray that creates a little bit of hold. The longer you layer it, the more hold it will create.
And so you hold it from that far away?
About 10 inches away or so.
Okay.
So some of the things that I love about Joico's Power Spray is that it's ultra firm hold. So it gives you the strong hold to hold the style down all night long. But at the same time, if you need to brush it out and change the style, you could totally do that. It'll last you till the next day. You could still actually rework the hair into something different completely. Another great thing about the spray is that it is humidity resistant. So your hair will stay no matter what the weather outside is.
Which is nice. And you were layering it as well, so how do you do that?
I can layer it, I just keep spraying it, and it keeps giving me a little bit more stronger hold.
So you can just build it as you see fit.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
It smells amazing. Sorry you guys can't scratch the video, but it smells unbelievably amazing.
I think it looks great, and now that we have this amazing hairstyle, we need an equally hot holiday outfit to change into. So why don't we get changed and finish off this Joico look? So I wanted to give Katie a look that really matched this hairstyle, a little bit feminine, a little bit rock and roll. So we started with these leather leggings, and then added a cable knit sweater, and then a metallic sequin jacket on top. Sequins are huge for the holiday season, and a jacket is a great way to dress up leather pants or jeans. So Brooke can go from happy hour to a full night out, and it's all about contrast. So just like you did with the hair, a little bit feminine, a little bit fierce, we have a little bit feminine and a little bit fierce. So what do you like? Do you like
I
it?
think it's so cool. The
It's
whole
so cool,
entire
right?
thing is so cool.
Yeah, because it's all about completing the package. You can't have the hair without the fashion. You can't have the fashion without the hair. So to learn more about this gorgeous hairstyle and more hot holiday looks, you can go to joico.com. You can also check out Pinterest. We have a ton of looks up there from Katie and all these fun hairstyles. So just head to pinterest.com/hair tips to make sure that you turn heads this holiday season.